Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Regarding the concept of Nabuwat or prophethood, the misconception I would try to eliminate today relates to the notion that the night journey or the ascension of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was actually a physical experience or a physical journey. Now, we know that in the Quran, this is very explicitly mentioned in Surah Bani Israel, in the very first verse of Surah Bani Israel, by the words, Subhanallazi asra bi abdihi laylam min al-masjid al-haram ila al-masjid al-aqsa, which means that glory be to God who took his servant from the mosque of Haram, of the Masjid al-Haram, to the Masjid al-Aqsa, which of course is in Jerusalem. So this is the night journey which is mentioned in the Quran. And of course, we need to realize that to interpret these verses, it is essential to find out what the Quran says about them. Was this a night journey a physical journey, or was it a spiritual experience? Now, it needs to be appreciated that further down in Surah Bani Israel, in the same surah, the Quran calls this night journey to have taken place in a roya. And the word roya has been used by the Quran, which we all know, of course, signifies a dream. In other words, this night journey was primarily a spiritual experience, and this is because the Quran itself has called it a spiritual experience. And the words of the Quran are فَمَا جَعَلْنَا الرُّؤْيَا الَّتِي أَرَيْنَاكَ إِلَّا فِتْنَةً لِلنَّاسِ, which means that the Almighty is saying that I have not shown this roya to you or this dream to you except to make it a means of a trial and test for people. In other words, the Quran itself is called this roya, and roya does not mean seeing by the eyes. It means seeing something in one's dream. Now, it also needs to be understood that most of our exegetes also regard this first verse of Surah Bani Israel to be what has been referred to here by the word roya. So, in other words, they're all unanimous in saying that the first verse of Surah Bani Israel, which says that this night journey took place, the Quran itself calls it to be roya. However, what they do is they say that the word roya does not mean something which is seen in the dream. Although the word roya does not signify a dream. They say that the word roya means to see by the eyes, or see to have a physical eyesight of something. So, in other words, they change the meaning of the word, and this, of course, cannot be accepted. In the Arabic language, the word roya is used for dream. It is not used for a real life experience at all. And in order to incorporate this meaning, we'll have to change the whole word, and of course, this cannot be done. In the presence of this fact that the word roya only refers to a dream, we cannot incorporate the meaning of physical eyesight to see something in real life in it. Also, it needs to be understood that it is not being said that it's not possible for the Almighty to take the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ from one place to another in one night. Of course, this is, if the Almighty had wanted this miracle to take place, and if He had wanted this to be a physical journey, He could have done that. But the Quran itself says that it was a spiritual experience. So therefore, we have to believe the Quran in that. And we also know that there were many companions of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ whose opinion was that this was a ru'ya, which meant a spiritual experience. And foremost among them was Aisha radhiyallahu anha, who also believed that this was a spiritual journey. So we need to understand that the Quran has called this night journey to be a spiritual experience, and therefore we must rely on the words of the Quran. The second thing which needs to be understood is what is the significance of this dream? Why was the Prophet shown, why was the Prophet taken from this mosque of Khana Kaaba to the Aqsa mosque, and what does this journey signify? It needs to be understood that this journey primarily signifies the fact that the custodians of both these mosques, the people of the book, of course, who were the custodians of the Aqsa mosque, and the Mushrikun, who were the custodians of the Baytul Haram or the Khana Kaaba, they were actually told that these two mosques will now will be taken from them, their custodianship will be taken from them, it shall be confiscated from them and handed over to the Prophet, because these people had very unworthy of this trust, and so they had breached this trust, and now these two, the custodianship of both these mosques will go into the hands of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. And this was the whole purport of showing this spiritual experience, or making the Prophet pass through this spiritual experience. So we need to understand and reiterate that this whole experience has been called by the Quran itself to be a spiritual journey, to be a spiritual experience, by using the word roya for it, and we cannot change the meaning of this word roya by incorporating the element of real life sight into it. It does not mean seeing in real life. Roya means to see something in a dream, and in the presence of these words of the Quran, we can safely say that this whole night journey took place in the form of a dream, and it was a spiritual experience to the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. अकूलु क़ौली हाज़ा वस्तग़फ़िरुल्लाह ली व लकुम व लिसाइरिल मुस्लिमीना वल मुस्लिमात।